Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the SH Figuarts Tiger and Bunny The Rising Barnaby Brooks Jr. Style 2, which is the bunny part of Tiger and Bunny. For those of you not in the know, Wild Tiger calls him Bunny, that's like a nickname, but his name is Barnaby Brooks Jr. if you want to look it up, and it's Style 2 if you want this particular version. It's a very cool figure. It's definitely a nice improvement over the other one, which I reviewed not that long ago, which was the Darkness version. And I take that back. I don't know if it's better than the Darkness version. I don't know. It's better than the original version, which I haven't reviewed, which I should review. But either way, it's a different design. It's a cool figure, so let's go ahead and take a look and get it off the stand and take a look. This review's going nowhere fast. Now, this guy stands just over 6 inches tall if you count the very tip of his ears, but just shy of 6 inches if you count just the top of his head, which makes him just about... and let's just call it just shy of 15.5 centimeters. You can see there's a bit of an angle there, but it's not going to change that much. So it's a really, really solid figure. Again, this guy has a little bit more paint on than the standard version. I just realized I haven't reviewed the standard version. I only reviewed the Darkness version, unless my memory's gone. But it's got a little bit more detail than the standard version, and that's why I like it a whole bunch. And it's a little bit nicer in terms of articulation and various other details. Before we get into that, though, let's talk accessories. We have almost none. We have the 2 fist hands that come on him in the package, 2 style pose hands, and then his display stand, which is a nice display stand. I do like that they include their iconic or unique, I guess, display stand, so that's cool. Now this guy, they do have diecast in this guy as well. It's in the lower legs, and so that's fine. He's not quite as floppy as Tiger, but he is still floppy. You won't notice it as much as you're posing him, but the diecast is just way too heavy, so it's only good for if you're posing him in a standing pose. But yeah, the paint on this guy is just phenomenal. Very, very nicely detailed. You can see throughout the entire chest. Lots of that pink line work with white line work and silver line work mixed in. We have the Bandai logo across there. The arms are nowhere near as detailed as on Wild Tiger, but still we have the translucent plastic. And these guys just pop off. Tiger's had a hinge in there to make them a little bit more safe, not breakable. These guys pop off so you can swap out the hands and so that you don't break them, but that's fine. Again, clear shoulder pads up here, nothing underneath this time. His earpieces, though, have nice translucent plastic to them, and they don't actually have anything underneath. They're just painted that way from the other side, which is still the same effect and very nicely done. Really nice details throughout the face. Love the look of these guys. Just tons of nice detail. Love it, love it, love it. These guys do have some stuff behind the translucent plastic, so that's a nice little touch. And then the hands are just so nicely detailed. I mean, you saw those when I was looking at them, but I just love the way these guys are so well done. So well done. Now, as far as the articulation goes, this guy is not unlike Wild Tiger. The neck is on a ball peg, so at the bottom of the neck, it just moves the entire head around. And then the head on top of the neck is just on a little tiny hinge, which is almost useless. But it's okay. He's got a pretty high collar, just like Tiger, so you're not going to get the most range out of it no matter what. But it's probably enough, I guess. The shoulders are on a ball peg just like Tiger. These are on a hinge just like Tiger. Less range on these guys than Tiger's, but the shoulders work out to be about the same. Maybe just a little bit less. But you still get pretty good range, and since the shoulder pad moves with the arm, it's not too bad. You do have a bicep swivel in here, which is pretty cool the way it tucks underneath the other part of the shoulder. It helps the sculpt pretty nicely. Single or double jointed elbow, but it's almost hard to see the secondary joint. It's kind of hidden in there. So it does have a bit of a gap when you use it, but you get a little bit better than 90. And if you don't want that gap, you can just keep it at 90 and you'll be okay. And then the wrists, single ball peg, not the best range in the world, but it'll be good enough, especially since he's got these big gauntlets. You're not gonna really need to worry about it too much. For the torso, really nice range out of this ball peg. It is a little floppy, but you get pretty good range out of it. So forward and back, side to side, full rotation, no problem at all. Even more out of the bottom part, so you're really going to be able to pose this guy however you want to. Before we move down any farther, let's look at these guys. They have a swivel and a hinge, which I'm pretty sure the Darkness version does not, and I might be wrong, but I think the Darkness version is the same as the regular version, just different colors. I'll have to check when I get my new Darkness version in. But either way, this guy has it, so that's pretty cool. The hips do have a hinged ball peg. They drop down plenty far. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that range. It's so nice. So nice. Why don't we get that out of Iron Man figures? They don't seem to want to do it right on Iron Man figures, but this guy, basically the same design as Iron Man. Look at that. This guy's got range for days. Not so far going out to the side, but still pretty far. Thigh swivel. I can't get his thigh swivel to work either, so I'm starting to wonder if maybe they just don't have a thigh swivel in here. I'm guessing not, because it's a rather oblong shape, so it wouldn't really work. So I guess you just move it around on that ball peg if you can. I don't know. I guess that's it. Double jointed knee works just fine. Lines up nicely when it's closed, and then when it hinges, it's just like Tiger's. It's a really skinny knee joint, which is actually just like Iron Man as well. But you get pretty decent range, and it doesn't look terrible. It's okay. For the ankles, you have a hinge for every direction. You have a hinge going this way. You do have a swivel in there if you want to rotate it. Then you do have a true ankle hinge or ankle rocker hinge in there. It's a little tricky to maneuver, but it does give you some range. It's very stiff though, so be careful. At least because it's die cast, it's less likely to break, but it doesn't really want to turn that much. So the ankle rocker is fairly limited. And then we do have the toe hinge, which is fairly limited. So good old die cast showing us once again how pointless it really is. It's only good for weight, people. Really, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Take my word for it. You can see right here it doesn't help. Anyway, it's a very nicely done figure. Really, really solid. Check out the show on Netflix. They just recently got it and started... Well, they didn't start showing it. You have to click on it. But then you can start watching it, and it's a lot of fun. The figures are a lot of fun. I recommend it, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.